just like how she appeared in the movie. The head sculpt is really accurate to the actress. She has that subtle and beautiful face that she had in the movie. I love how they have the hair slightly flown in the wind. Looks really nice. Her body sculpt is excellent as well. And she's wearing a robe. Looks really cool. Here's the back. I really like the highlighting in the hair. Looks really cool. The detailing in the robe is superb as well. I like the sculpting and the highlighting on the pant sleeves. They look really good. I also like the slippers. The paint job's clean and the sculpt is excellent. For articulation, Miho has a ball jointed head that goes down slightly, up slightly, turns right and left, and has a fairly decent pivot. The arms go forward and back at the shoulder, swivel in the forearm and a swivel in the wrist on each side, swivel in the waist as well, and swivel at the calves, right below the knees. And that's all of our articulation. Make sure you pose the feet right so she'll be able to stand. There you go. Here's Wendy. She's my least favorite figure in the box set, but I'm still really glad to have her. Overall, she has a really sexy and beautiful face. I love how the hair complements the face like that, and the eyes really go with the face as well. I love it. She has a really good cleavage. I love how the shirt presses them together like that. It looks really nice. Here's the part I'm kind of distraught about. I feel like they made the legs a little bit too skinny. She wasn't this skinny in the movie, but I'm still glad to have the figure, you know? And again, I really like the hair, the highlighting, the sculpting, and I also like the sculpting in the jacket as well. As you can see, there's the folds, the wrinkles in the jacket. Love that sculpting detail right there. And Wendy does not stand at all, due to the fact that she's got these high heels on. The high heels do look nice, but I suggest using the plastic stands. Now, when you're removing Wendy's robe, what you're going to want to do is you pull out the arms, and then the jacket just slips off like that. And then you're going to take the alternate arms, and you're just going to pop them in like so. And for articulation, Wendy has a ball jointed head that goes down, up, side to side, and pivots. The arms go forward and back at the shoulder, and a swivel in the wrist. Same on each side, and that's all of articulation. Here's Shelly. She looks really beautiful. Overall, I really like her appearance. Her head sculpt looks exactly like the actress's. It's scary how much it looks like her. I really do like this head sculpt though. It's beautiful. The body sculpt is sexy. I really like it. It's hot, it's attractive. Really nice. Great job, Neca. She has some really sexy legs. They look really smooth. Love the curving. Looks really hot. She's got some really cool high heels. I am totally obsessed with the highlighting and contrasting in the hair. Looks excellent. I'm glad with how well it turned out. And again, the contrasting and the shading in the jacket is awesome. Love it. She has a beautiful, I mean beautiful ass. I love the way how it looks in those underwear. Great sculpting. Make sure to only keep Shelly's left hand on her hip, because once you take it off her hip, it looks like she's kind of got some weird deformity or something, and it doesn't really look that right. And it's a lot sexier when she has her hand on her hip like that. Looks really nice. Shelly has a terrific ball joint in the head that goes down really far, up pretty far as well, side to side, right and left, and a really good pivot. Her arms go forward and back at the shoulder, swivel in the elbow, and a swivel at the wrist on each side.
And yep, that is all of her articulation.
This figure comes off as very strong, powerful, dynamic, and extremely sexy. I love this figure a lot. The head sculpt, I love it. It shares many features that the actress had, and I'm glad how well it looks like her. As you can see, she's wearing her bondage attire. Looks really sexy and kind of creepy, but that's the character. I love it. She's got really great sculpting in the legs and thighs. Looks really hot. As you can see there at the front of her underwear, she's got a little zipper there. She has some really detailed leg chins and high heels, and for a figure in high heels, she stands perfectly. She doesn't need a stand. The hair sculpt is awesome. Love the style. You can see the back of her choker and the back of her bondage costume. And she has a very, very sexy ass. Love that curve there on the hip. The straps on her legs are very hot as well. Love how smooth the legs are.
Tail has a ball jointed head that goes down, up, right and left, and it pivots as well. The arms go forward and back at the shoulder, swivel at the bicep, and a swivel at the wrist. Same on the other side as well. And she also has a rotation at the ankle on each side.
And finally, we have Nancy Callahan, looking very stunning, extremely sexy. Love this figure a lot. The head sculpt is my least favorite part of the figure. It doesn't look 100% like Jessica Alba, but it shares only enough features to where you can tell that it is her. But holy shit, man, I love this body. The curves are just fucking hot as hell, man. Love it a lot. She's wearing her very sexy chaps, her very sexy assless chaps. We'll see that in a little bit, but it's hot as hell though. Very nice sculpting in the cowgirl boots. I love sculpting on the folds of the pant sleeves and the highlighting. And the revolvers go on the holsters on each side of her hips. Stunning hips, by the way. And that ass. It's priceless. I love that apple bottom ass. I don't like these little fabric pieces they have on the back of the chaps. I would have much rather prefer it be like a solid plastic or something.
Now when you're removing Nancy's hand, you just pull, you want to attach it from the wrist, and then you're going to take the alternate hand and just plug it in like so. And for articulation, Nancy Callahan has a ball jointed head that goes down, up, side to side, and pivots. The arms go forward and back at the shoulder, a swivel in the very lower bicep, and a swivel at the wrist. Nancy doesn't have a swivel at that wrist. I don't know why. And yep, that's all of our articulation. Again, these figures ain't highly articulated figures. These are just, they're mainly meant to be statues. All in all, this is a really good set. I highly recommend you pick it up if you're a Sin City fan. It doesn't matter what you're a fan of. The graphic novel, the movie, the Sin City movie is the most comic book accurate movie that I've ever seen. And if you're a fan, I really think you would enjoy these figures. So thank you for watching. Please comment, ask questions, give this video a thumbs up, keep tuning in, and subscribe if you haven't. Thanks again. See you later. Bye.